Hi, my name is Megan Davis, and I am an intervener of the proposed environmental project of expanding and improving the Steamboat Ski Resort area in Colorado. The overall purpose of the EIS project is to expand new terrain as well as improve and recondition pre-existing terrain in order to cater to all guests and their safety. Several improvements from expanding the operational boundary includes adding moving carpets, replacing chairlifts, realigning chairlifts, adding chairs to certain lifts, expanding the terrain park, reconstructing and improving substantial trails, relocation of the super pipe, and developing the new Pioneer Ridge area, which also includes tree hazard removal. Some of the environmental impacts. The environmental costs associated with the ski resort expansion comes in a variety of dimensions. The first one being disturbance to wildlife. The disturbance from terrain expansion can scare wildlife, which forces animals to relocate unnaturally. Raptors and fisheries are most affected by these improvements, so their habitat lives directly within the ski resort's parameters. The second environmental impact is deforestation, which will be needed in order to expand the terrain. Therefore, raptor habitats will be greatly impacted. Excess water use is another common negative outcome from ski resort improvements. The demand for water is extremely high during the winter, which requires pumping from nearby lakes, rivers, and artificial ponds. This is a huge issue, especially in Colorado, where severe drought conditions are commonly reoccurring. As a result from global climate change, ski areas have been experiencing shorter season durations each year due to lack of precipitation. Since there is simply not enough snowfall each winter to constantly cover the slopes, artificial snow is needed by mixing large volumes of water and high-pressured air. With that being said, artificial snow can contain certain toxic chemicals that can negatively harm human health and environment soil. High-tech snowmaking machines can produce around 100 gallons of water per minute, causing the demand for water to rapidly increase throughout the season. If these machines are outdated, large amounts of greenhouse gases are emitted. The final environmental impact of the EIS is soil erosion. The reconstruction of ski slopes can significantly reshape the morphology of the landscape, which causes negative impacts on soil properties. During construction, soil's physical, chemical, and biological properties change. The use of heavy machinery disturbs the soil and damages mitigation and the rehabilitation of the ecosystem. The result of these altered physical soil properties can alter soil water content and can cause increased surface flow, as well as negatively impact the water system of a catchment area. It is important to follow a primary vegetation succession during this and any restoration process. After discussing with the Director of Environmental Health in Routt County, Scott Cowman quotes that, "Expanding terrain has major effects on the environment, especially in Routt County since it is in the National Forest property. Steamboat Ski Resort is located in the Medicine Bow Routt National Forest and Thunder Basin National Grassland. The creation of a new run where trees were prior causes complications to the environment, especially damages to the soil." And then this is just a picture of a before and after of deforestation from a satellite view. And the second picture is disturbance to wildlife caused by heavy machinery and manipulation of their environment. All right, so some recommendations that I have. After reviewing the EIS draft, there are several substantial efforts in which I suggest Steamboat should do in order to minimize their environmental impacts. The first suggestion I have is to effectively supply and promote renewable energy. Solar panels, wind turbines, and small hydro turbines can be used in ski areas to produce energy. Snowmaking technology and fossil fuel-powered equipment can also be used worldwide to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases. Another recommendation for a proposed action that I have is policy making and application of treatment techniques. It is important to reach out to local policymakers to discuss what should be done to protect the environment during these ski improvements. Discussing the next step to evaluate the impact of future climate scenarios is vital. In order to ensure the safety of the public, I recommend that all aspects of this project be completed during the summer months, where minimal people could be exposed to the negative effects of reconstruction. Last but not least, protecting wildlife is another factor that needs to be taken into consideration when introducing these types of recommendations. For example, according to the Forest Plan Amendment, there will be absolutely no removal of active or inactive raptors' nests. Major efforts from forest management can also be incorporated to improve wildlife habitat to protect raptors, fisheries, and other endangered wildlife. And then here is a picture of the solar panels used at another local ski resort. Many ski resorts in Colorado are catching on to the solar energy trend, and investing in efficient snowmaking technology reduces greenhouse gas emissions. So this is just a picture of a snow blower that's energy efficient. So thank you so much for your time. I hope the recommendations I mentioned from the intervener standpoint encourages Steamboat Ski Resort to utilize environmental friendly alternatives during this project. Thank you so much for your time.